Yeah, very pleased. I mean, of course, to score the maximum amount of points, also how the whole race went from the start to the right calls with the tires, and then also 1-2 at the end. So, yeah, super happy. A lot of points scored. We also needed the points, so we look like we're a bit more back on track. But yeah, we have to try and keep this going.
Yeah, it was a good result. I think the rule number one of these conditions is to finish, and it was so easy to make a mistake throughout the race, going into the slick tire, the warm-up phase and so on. That was going to be difficult, but it was great to get that victory.
We won a lot in the start. I had a perfect start, honestly. Probably my best one I've had in the wet. That put me ahead of a bit of the carnage. Carlos got taken out then, so we won a lot in the beginning, and we just had really good pace throughout. I guess not as amazing as the guys ahead, but I just managed it like I needed to do ahead of George, and that's all I needed to do.
It was still difficult to drive with the bouncing. There was one time I was on the radio and it sort of took my breath away down the straight with the bumps, and need a nice hot bath tonight to recover.
Even with a bit of contact in turn 2, luckily there was no damage, and the pit stop for sure compromised the race a bit. But after that, yeah, we had really good pace. I could push flat out all through the race, and I was catching Mercedes pretty well, and unfortunately didn't quite have the pace towards the end to overtake them, but still good points.
I'm disappointed in myself. I tried too much. Obviously there was an opportunity with Checo on that lap. I thought I obviously wanted to give it all and gave it all in turn 14-15, but I gave too much and finished into the wall. So instead of the third place, we lose 7 potential points.
The car was really good. I didn't expect like that good, especially compared to Australia. We made a really good progress through the week, and yeah, I'm happy what I done today.
I think it was an unbelievable race for us. Obviously, we capitalized on the conditions, but after that we were just trying to hang on as much as we could, and we did well. Beating faster cars behind us.
When we qualified P4, the hopes were very high at the beginning of the weekend, but we got to be realistic as well, and getting away with points in both sprint race and the main race, that's a decent weekend.
Yeah, I feel good. I think it was a well earned point. We had pressure from behind the whole race, and it was very intense and tight from start to finish with the rain and everything. So really happy.
We're not quite there on car pace, but we seem to be making the most of our opportunities, and if we can find an extra few tenths out of the car, I see us scoring points on a regular basis.
I've tried everything, but even with the DRS, we were not able to catch that Williams. So yeah, quite frustrating, as you say. But we know, like, when we start from the back, it's always difficult.
Probably the worst that it's felt. But it's similar to other races.
We were lacking a little bit of pace towards the end, a bit too much tire degradation on our side to put more pressure on Lance, but in the end it looks worse on the result because of that penalty.
This weekend is not the result we wanted, but I learned a lot of experience in all different conditions, and taking a good step forward on Friday in qualifying session was something, big improvement for myself, so we just keep working with the team.
When you're not racing for points, that's the only thing you can look at to see if you've done a good job is what the lap time is relative to the people you're racing, and my engineer was telling me the pace was actually quite strong, so that's a positive, but still need to try and improve my feeling with the car.
Unfortunately, obviously, lost all our position at the beginning, and then just had to recover from there. Quite difficult. The Williams were very quick on the straight, so no chance for me there to get by.
Originally, I thought I got hit, but I think that was after the fact. Like I touched car, slid up into Carlos, and then once he was around, then I got pushed further. But the damage was done.
Mick spun, unfortunately, and touched my car, and destroyed completely the right hand side of my bodywork and floor. So that was too much damage to keep racing.
Unfortunately, I think I left plenty of space for Daniel in the inside, but he decided to get on the curb and understeer into me, and that was it for my race. Very unlucky, nothing I could do differently there, but it's what it is.